I got a bag from a colleague that actually went to Dubai, and then everybody was just really on about how it was a nice bag and all of that. And because personally I'm a very opportunistic person, I went to Josh and I was like, guy, let's begin to sell bags. My name is Seromume Ikogho, and this is my young CEO story. The business started as a result of a personal need. So I got a bag from a colleague that actually went to Dubai, and then when I got the bag back here, I kind of thought about this, you know what, if everybody really loves this bag, then how come it is so hard to get? So I went, back then I went to the almighty Balogun market, right, to go and check for bags, and then I could see only 2 shops selling men's bags, and there were so many shops selling female leather bags. So I just thought to myself, you know what, why is it so hard to get men's bags? And I mean, it was really dusty to where these bags were. So I went to Josh and I was like, guy, let's do this. Let's begin to sell bags, right? And he laughed. Then he was like, you want to sell bags? Who wants to buy bags? Because then guys didn't really used to carry bags. More ladies carried bags than guys then. So it was not really popular then. So I was like, no, let's just really do this. My mom then gave me 150K, and I will not forget what she said. She said she wants me to succeed, and then she will actually give me the money. She didn't dash me the money, she actually lent me the money because she's a very disciplined person like that. So I used the money. I went to Balogun again. I bought 3 briefcases, and I bought cardboard too. So the cardboard was meant to kind of be a background to take pictures on, so that's what we used then. I sold the first 2 briefcases and created an IG page, all of that. Then I went back to Josh. I was like, guy, how can we do this at a much bigger scale? Let's get more cash and all. And thank God then I used to do some kind of side consulting then, sort of, for a friend of mine. So I got some cash from there. Josh also brought cash, and then we began to import. So then we used to import bags from Turkey, from China, from Italy. Things were going very well. And after 8 months, because that wasn't really the plan. That was just more or less a platform to really do what we really wanted to do, which was to produce stuff here, to add the value here. And I went back to Josh. I was like, guy, let's begin to produce. And Josh laughed again. He was like, this guy, why are you talking about production when we're actually making money from this, bringing in these bags? And then I was like, you know what? We want to build a brand here out of Nigeria that would basically more or less showcase Nigerian talent to the world. As a company, our big vision is to really take over Africa, right? To be the foremost leather goods producer and designer in Africa. When it comes to design here at Detail, we take into consideration how good the bag will look as well as how functional it will look, because this is because we really like to make sure our target audience is really getting what they could use every day, not just a very nice bag that they can't really use every day to the office and whatever. So those are the 2 things we have in mind. When it comes to design, what I like to do is, after drawing the design, sketching, I would say, I like to start to create some type of prototype, right, with cardboard. So right now you see, for this one, for example, this is a female bag that I'm trying to create. So as soon as this is done, we would be able to start the prototype with the leather item itself. It's just really beautiful to see creating something from entirely nothing, right? Business as a whole is trial and error, right? Some big mistakes we've made as a business, which we really learned from, was I can remember the first time, the first year in business, because we're really eager to grow, we were eager to make money, we're eager to have big names as clients. So I can remember we had this multinational then. We were going to produce bags for them, and then there was an oral confirmation that this would fly. So I just went ahead and then bought a lot of leather that we used for the project. And then apparently there was a discussion within the team and it resulted in us not finishing the project, right? It was, to be honest, it was crazy, right? Because then we had invested so much money in that particular seaming project, and then nothing really came out of it. So it was just really messed up. Back then, we used to take the fashion loan, which GTB graciously gave us with minimal or no collateral, which I would say was a very impressive initiative. So I would say that fashion loan has really helped us as a business to also expand, right? So typically we operate mainly online. We have a website. We're also present on a couple of e-commerce platforms like Jumia, Konga, and the likes. We also work with a couple of other online brands. So what we try to do is we try to make physical visits very minimal. So we only operate based on appointment, right? Okay, so while we wait for our clients, we just like to have fun because, you know, how, as they say, all work and no play. So yeah, we're in Lagos, so we have to work and play. Doing business in Nigeria, what I would say is I really like the fact that you're able to control your time. That's what personally, that's what I just really like about being a CEO. I like the fact that I'm able to kind of like bring my particular vision to life. I also like having a really wonderful team that's just really happy to build something amazing, right? That's what I really love about being a CEO. Generally, you would even not really catch me really using that term CEO because I just like to see all us, we're all in one big team, just trying to like make something work. So the client just got the detailed signature briefcase. This is actually one of our highest selling briefcases. Interestingly, it was one of the first designs we ever made. It comes with a singular compartment inside, main compartment, detachable strap, and a frontal compartment for smaller items. So very, very functional. But personally, my favorite briefcase here is the Seromume briefcase, named after my sister, actually my elder sister. I personally love this briefcase because it was really born by an actual real life problem, sort of, right? So back when I used to work with EY, that's Ernst & Young, I used to see so many of my female colleagues carry bags, like handbags, and then they'll carry like this cloth laptop bags, and I just thought to myself, you know, this just looks really clumsy and it looks really hectic. So how about I create a briefcase that will be able to serve as a handbag and a laptop bag, and that's when this came to mind. So we've actually seen that this has become more or less a unisex briefcase because we've had guys buy this a lot actually. So we've kind of like renamed it or reinvented it into being a unisex briefcase. So what we've done to really make this work is we've been able to play with our locks to have like different types of locks that could look more masculine, sort of. So for example, if you look at this Seromume briefcase, you see this lock is quite different from this one. So this one looks more masculine, right? So that's how we've been able to kind of make it more unisex as against just feminine. So yeah, I would say this is actually my favorite briefcase right now. Even if we have like really good artisans, we always have to make sure that we kind of supervise the process, which is a very big part of why we have to go to the factory. To also make sure that mistakes made aren't kept too long, such that it becomes a very big issue. I would say those are that's actually one of the things that really makes us stand out as a business. Which really kind of like flows into our attention to every detail. As a business, our future plan is, we have a number of plans, but I would say right now our biggest future plan is to create like an artisanal training
institute whereby we train artisans, right? Or we train people to become artisans, right? Where it'll be a hybrid system. There'll be the online version and there'll be the offline version, right? We're still currently working on it, trying to develop a curriculum models, also trying to talk to potential investors, basically just to make sure that we can get as much resources as we need to create this institute, which would then also serve Detail Africa and also other brands across West Africa. Like I would always say, I don't sell what I cannot use personally, and that has been a very big driving force, or a very big mindset for us as a business. Whenever we want to sell an item, when we design an item, we make sure that before that item goes out, we do a lot of quality checks, controls to make sure that every item that is out there is properly going to represent our brand. Some days are very amazing, some days aren't so good, but I would say in all, it is definitely worth it. We're doing amazing things here at Detail Africa. Follow the journey.